Thank you so much for finding time and joining us for the F&B Talks by the Restaurant Times. I'm Nikunj from the Restaurant Times. Before we start, here's a quick introduction of what F&B Talks is all about. Well, F&B Talks by the Restaurant Times is a knowledge series through which we are bringing together people who seek a deeper understanding of the worlds of restaurant. Our aim is to build a free knowledge base on various aspects of running a restaurant business. Today we have with us Mr. Naufal Verkumb, co-owner of Burger Seigneur. Naufal is a serial and a social entrepreneur who is best known for his most recent and the most successful venture, Burger Seigneur, and Haya CrossFit in Qatar. He possesses the many characteristics of an entrepreneur with clear of vision. Thank you so much, Naufal, for being with us.
It's my pleasure.
So let's get going, Naufal. What we'd love to do is basically, Naufal, start with your journey, just to get an understanding of how did it all start? What inspired you to start a gourmet burger restaurant chain, that too an American style restaurant outlet in Bangalore? If you can just take us through the early years and the founding years of the brand.
Actually, Burger Seigneur is quite a young brand, and I am just a representative of Burger Seigneur. I'm not actually the man behind Burger Seigneur. There are actually many men behind Burger Seigneur. My partner, Mr. Shaheen Muhammad, he's been a very supportive partner. Second, my brother, who's Naufal Verkumb, who's also helping us with his culinary expertise sometimes because he's into the restaurant background. I'm more of a business guy. My wife also who's a nice chef, has contributed some of the dishes and helped us with the early management of the restaurant. Also, we have our dessert chef Altaf, who's no more a dessert chef, but also he's in the management of the business, who's been really helpful. Altaf Sheikh, and it's all teamwork. Even our marketing partner Palm Studios has also helped us a lot. So it has been a journey which a lot of people has helped us, a lot of people has given us insight. We have heard a lot of people, so we listen to a lot of people and then implement what we want to implement. So that's what has happened. In terms of the early years, we were good at marketing. I have traveled a lot of places. I've traveled the GCC, I've traveled Europe, I studied in Australia. So I used to go to a lot. I used to be a foodie. I used to love burgers and I used to eat burgers everywhere. So when I came back to India, I used to be very happy with the burgers because I didn't know what burgers really tasted like abroad. Like, so what happens is in a person's life is if he drives a Mercedes Benz, he loves a Maruti 800 when he drives it the first time. But if he drives a Mercedes Benz, then he knows the quality of a Mercedes Benz, and then he doesn't enjoy driving Maruti 800 anymore. So it's a human behavior thing that if you try something better, then the appreciation for what was before is reduced. So that is what happened. So when I came back to India after traveling and eating outside, I was not very happy with the quality of the burgers. Then I understood that why we can't produce good burgers, because we do not have the ingredients. Because of the government norms in India, we have a very big taxation problem. We pay 60% taxes on import on food, up to 60%. We are sometimes pay 80% also. It depends upon the product you import. And the best thing which is produced in India is always exported. So we are left with very low quality ingredients to make food. So this is a major problem India faces in terms of food quality. So what we decided that we will import, and of course our burgers are a little more expensive than what the market burgers cost, but that's our USP, that we import the ingredients, put the best quality ingredients and make the food. So the ingredients is the one which make good quality ingredients will make good food. So that's the simple logic behind it. So that's where the whole idea of Burger Seigneur works in. For example, it's not only our burgers which uses imported stuff. We also use in our thick shakes, for example, our mixed berry shake, we used French products, and our chocolates are always Belgian. Or Belgian. So if you use import good quality stuff, you'll always end up with a good quality product.
I'm also very curious to understand, Naufal, that burgers as a category, was not extremely popular, till a few years back. India was still very much going popular on categories like pizza or pastas. Biryani is still extremely popular as a food category. How did you go about that challenge? Because I think when you were setting up Burger Senior, I'm not sure that burgers was a category which was very well established. Today, I think we see a lot of focus on unique and specialized burger chains, and that's where, of course, you fit into it. What were the initial challenge where you sense the consumer sentiment and the taste buds?
In terms of Bangalore, when we talk about burgers, I think I was the first restaurant apart from Burger King and McDonald's to be a burger centric restaurant. Right now, I think there are a few cloud kitchens which have opened as in a burger centric cloud kitchens, but apart, still, I don't think so. There's anybody in the market who's a burger centric Indian restaurant, Indian owned restaurant. So basically, people were not selling burgers as their sole restaurant food because they were not making good burgers. So they had to set up different kind of environment. For example, a family comes in, a kid wants a burger, the guy wants the pasta, the wife wants something else. So they had a mixture of things going around. They did not put the burger as a central product. We went across and made this because all around the world there are burger centric restaurants. It's common thing in abroad. Like you can find brands like Shake Shack, In and Out, the Five Guys. These are all burger centric
Correct.
places. India is used to having serviced restaurant
Mm.
when they pay a certain price. So we were priced higher than usual restaurants, but still we gave self-service. But that is a common thing in, say, a place like America. Like if you go to a McDonald's, you can have a $2 burger, and Shake Shack will be $6. It will be higher price, but it's still self-service in a way. So
Mm.
we were different in that way, and we had to go against the tide. We had a lot of problems in terms of the customers accepting that for a certain period of time, but eventually customer accepted it. We wanted to give Burger Senior to a larger audience. Basically, in the future, what we think we wanted to give Burger Senior to a larger audience, and it's easy to multiply in case there is no service. If there is service, there is an extra. We have to work on other things as well, and it is a very complicated restaurant. Once the
Mm.
service part is taken out, it becomes a simpler restaurant, and we want to give this food to a larger audience, and that will make it easy for us. So instead of serving smaller audiences and giving them the full fledged, our idea is to serve burgers to the whole of India. So that's our aim actually.
Currently, you are right now in Bangalore in two outlets. So, are any plans to extend to other cities now after hopefully when COVID subsides? Any thoughts in the future plan?
So actually, the next 4 months, we are trying to get three cloud kitchens in Bangalore. So once we get three cloud kitchens in Bangalore, we will have delivery in place almost the whole of Bangalore, like the market of Bangalore. So that's our plan. Now we don't want a restaurant anymore in Bangalore,
Yeah. Right.
so that we can move to other cities because it's easier to set up and all that, and we will be delivering everywhere. And if somebody wants to have a restaurant experience, they could come off to these two. After that, we will look into Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai. These three cities are what we are looking at, and finally we want to go get into Delhi. So that's what our plan is. Yeah.
And when you mention about cloud kitchens, so there's a lot of conversation which is already happening around cloud kitchens. Especially in the last 1 year, we
Mm.
see even large enterprise or well-established food franchise brands setting a lot of cloud kitchens currently, and also specialized outlets like you are now venturing into it. We feel that cloud kitchens is of course giving this great opportunity to specialized brands, like Burger Senior, to be as competitive as a McDonald's or a Burger King.
Mm.
So I mean, how do you see that positioning? I mean, do you feel that this is going to be the revolution in the year to come, where this is going to give opportunities to a lot of Indian established players to be competing with the well established large QSR brands currently operating in the country? Uh, and what do you think are the pros and the cons of both this business?
I can tell you in terms of my brand what we plan on. The thing is, we want to have restaurants in cities. Basically, why is that a person who comes to the restaurant has the feel of what the brand is. Basically, when a restaurant is there, when there is a cloud kitchen, there's no feel of a restaurant. It's only the taste of the food. When it comes to food, the mind plays a big game in food. Like first you see the food, there's a visualization of the food, and then you smell the food, and then you eat the food. So all the senses are worked on there. So when you give a good ambience and a good place to sit, So you have this mental image of a brand basically when you give a restaurant setup. So people have the image of the brand in their heads, even if they are home delivered, even if it is home delivered. When it is not, when the restaurant doesn't have that visualization, that aspect is missing. It's only the food part and the smell and the eating part which is there. But sometimes it doesn't even be fair, because it takes 20 minutes to deliver and the food is not as hot and fresh as it is at the restaurant. So there's a lot of problems with cloud kitchens, which we are also trying to tackle in a scientific way. We are trying to change our packaging to more delivery friendly packagings. And also the other thing about see burgers is burgers. There's a brand called In and Out, if you know, in America. So In and Out doesn't do any deliveries. So basically, it only has dine in, and we also did that before COVID. We were only there on Dunzo, and we are not there on other platforms before COVID.
Okay.
So we were concentrating more on dining at that point of time. So COVID actually changed our pathway completely. So these are the bad things about cloud kitchen when you talk. The good things about cloud kitchen is you can have easy setup. Basically, you can move faster. Second thing, you can cover the whole city in a lesser finance like you don't have to spend that much to spread all across the city. And anybody can do it, so it makes an easier entry for the people to enter in. But restaurants and food businesses work like that. It's an easy entry business.
Mm.
But to sustain is the hard. So there's a lot of entries and a lot of exit in F&B industry. The people who stick on and fight for it is the only one who lasts long in this industry.
A very interesting point that you were earlier dine-in, and of course still continue to be, but you started with Dunzo then. Are there any other platforms that you are currently using for delivery, and are you also doing your own online ordering setups right now, like a lot of brands are exploring to have their own website or a WhatsApp number, or create their own digital front so as to avoid the aggregator route? So any thoughts on that?
Yes, definitely. We are right now on all delivery platforms now. Last COVID, we joined Zomato. Last February, we joined in with Swiggy as well. We are going to work with Swiggy in one of their kitchens. We want to try one of their kitchens in the cloud kitchen setup. So basically, we are setting up 3 kitchens. We want to experiment with Swiggy, who's a player. We want to experiment with kitchens, people who are specialized in kitchens, like Kitchens Act. We want to also have our own one cloud kitchen. So that's what we are planning. So we want to see what is the best working out for us. So we are opening 3 and we are experimenting with all 3 so that we can see what we want to do in the future in other cities. So basically, when we move to Mumbai, our plan is to open one big store and put a cloud kitchen simultaneously. So that's how we are going to move to each and every city. So that's our plan right now. So if we will move faster to all the cities, we'll have a store and we'll have cloud kitchens. So that's what we want to do. So it should be a mixture of both. And once we see a cloud kitchen doing extremely well in a certain area, we would open a store there. So
We are very curious to understand from you that unlike any other outlet or even large QSR chains where they have hundreds of different items, they would customize one burger, they will create multi variants of that burger. Burger Senior has, I think, just 9 burgers. That's it. And that's enough to create the magic and the love from your customers. What really goes behind the menu engineering of Burger Senior? How did you thought that, okay, you just want to keep very restricted or very limited number of burgers, especially the Dynamite Burger? We see some great reviews floating around the all over the internet. So give us some thought around what went behind this menu engineering, and how do you go about that?
So basically, we started with 6 burgers. We didn't start with 9 burgers. We started
Okay.
with 6 burgers. I think now we have around not 9. We have more burgers now. We have 12 burgers basically. So the thing is, we have 12 burgers, and the thing is, the idea was to put on the table what we like. So if you don't like anything, if I put out 50 burgers, out of for sure I won't like around 37 burgers or 35 burgers out of it. So if I like something, I'll put it on the menu. That's how simple is it. So basically, Burger Seigneur is a brand which is our likes, our team's likes. So whatever our team enjoys, we put it on the table. For example, our thick shakes, our pure ice cream, and it's like an indulgence brand. So we are a perfect cheat day brand for everybody. We never say we are a healthy brand. We can say we are a healthier brand than McDonald's, or because we have things fresh. Our meat is fresh. The thing is fresh. It's not factory made. It's all made at that point of time. And we are a healthier brand, but we are not at all a healthy brand at all, because we are high on calories. And yeah, so that's the thing. So we just put what we like on the table, and there's only a few things you like. You don't like everything in the world. So that's how it works out. Yeah.
Correct.
And also it's easier in terms of training, in terms of putting good food out there should be the objective, rather than putting a lot of food out there. So that's the object. But again, depends on the brand. Yeah, some brands do with a lot of menu. Like it's something like you want to go there and you want to eat. You don't know what you want to eat, and you want to make a choice out of 100 things. Then there'll be 10 people there. They will choose 10 people will choose 10 different things out of the 100 things. It depends upon the brand also. Some brands do well with that as well. But us, it's something, it's different. We want to keep it short and sweet. That's
Right. Just curious to understand, what are the areas from where, you source your ingredients? We hear a lot of things around, you have certain things coming from Nepal, from Italy. You have your own supply chain that works very, very robustly. Give us a sense, how do you manage that, and what goes behind the supply chain of your menu and of your restaurant?
that's actually the most difficult thing in our business, because we source certain things. There are people who source certain things from us, like they're already importing it and we take it from them. And there are certain things that nobody's importing, so we are importing it. For example, our coffee is a Nepali coffee, which of course we make it a blend. We don't, it's not pure Nepali coffee. So our blend has Nepali coffee beans and the Indian coffee beans. We use Baba Godangri in the
Yeah.
coffee, which is one of the best coffees in India. Also, we are like for our mixed berry, the mix comes from France. So it comes from a company called Ravi Fruits. So yeah, so that's but there are sometimes we face problems in getting these. For example, right now our portobello mushrooms are not there in stock, so we don't have the lucian anymore in the market. We have discontinued the product for a certain time till we get the stock back again. Shorten our menu even further during COVID. So we are not giving a whole, what we do usually do during dine, we are not doing it during the lockdown. Yeah. So yeah, we will expand it back again. Also, we are looking at producing things ourselves now, so that because we have a bigger market now, we can produce certain things in the same quality as what they are produced abroad, and supplying it to our outlets. So that's what we are looking at now, and we are experimenting a lot in terms of that. So we want to stop the imports, and we want to source everything out in India. But once we get larger, definitely we will look into it, and we will produce for ourselves what we can't source it, what we are sourcing from abroad. So that's a
Right.
future thing which we are looking at.
So other question that would love to touch upon is that a lot of young foodpreneurs, people who want to start up into the food business, are now exploring these niche businesses where burgers is something that they're exploring, or pasta is something that they're exploring. People are doing a lot of thing with chai, with samosas, and there are these very interesting concepts which are coming up in the market. So what would be your say some direction that you want to give to any budding foodpreneur who wants to start a business currently after COVID? What would be your tips to people who want to start up?
The people should define their objectives well. That's the main thing. So if they want to create a brand, they should have an objective behind the brand. They should define it so well that they should know what direction they want to go. For example, I can give you that Burger Seigneur is a brand which cannot be a mass brand ever. it's not a mass brand because of the pricing of it. Not everybody will order. Like McDonald's is a mass brand. You can enter it and have 100 rupees in your pocket and then still eat there. But you can't come to Burger Seigneur, have 100 rupees in your pocket and eat there. Maybe one or two items will be there, which will not make justice to your lunch or dinner. So basically, what do you want to create? You want to create a niche product line, or you want to get a mass product line? You have to differentiate. So if you want to go to a mass product line, it's easier because then the future is easier, because you can set up one thing in this area, you can set up one other thing in another area, you can set it up everywhere wherever you go. So the choices, but the thing is, the marketing and branding should be very different for that, and it should touch the all the people, it should touch their hearts and stuff like that. When it comes to a niche product, you are just catering to like 20% of the city basically. So the marketing is different, and everything is different, so you have to be very specific with the objectives of the brand you create. That's all I can say. And the other thing is, and if you believe in it, keep sticking to it. Even if you're making losses, don't feel dejected, don't leave the brand, continue with it, right? Continue with it.
Come towards the end of the discussion. We have a few very quick rapid fire questions for you, Naufal. But great insights that you've shared so far. A lot of things that we also take out as a learning from the conversation that we had right now. Uh, and I'm hoping that this is also useful and very relevant for our viewers. So
I hope
just
so.
coming to the last part, some really rapid fire questions. This is something that we thought that we'd love to ask you, because you have been into the business of burgers for a long, long time. So whatever comes to your mind, you can just speak around loud. So first question, your favorite burger or any other item from the burgers in your menu.
I like the Tropic Creek. Yeah,
All right.
I like it because it's more of a. It's not the best selling burger, but it's a more of a conventional burger. It's a real burger which has lettuce, tomatoes,
Mm.
and the meat. So it is a more complete burger. The Our best selling burgers are more meaty burgers.
What is the favorite side dish that you love with your burger?
Fries.
Fries.
Yeah.
And what's the drink that you most enjoy with your burger?
I like thick shakes, but depends upon the mood. Yeah, sometimes I don't like. I'm not a soft drink person. I never drink Coke and Pepsi, so I usually drink say mojitos or a thick shake with my burger.
Okay. Are you a chocolate person or a cheese person?
I'm a cheese person.
Cheese person.
Yeah.
If you can eat one type of burger for the rest of your life, I'm sure it would be the same one. But what would you still stick to the same answer?
No, not really. Actually, I like a burger from another brand. It's called Burger Boutique. It's a Kuwaiti brand. It's there all around GCC,
Okay.
and the burger is called the Manhattan Burger. So I love the burger they make. So yeah, it's one of the. Actually, Burger Seigneur is inspired from a lot of brands. We have taken a lot of things from different brands as well. So we have eaten at a lot of places. We like certain things from certain places, and we have inculcated it in Burger Seigneur. So that's
Wonderful.
how the brand came out.
And what's your favorite kitchen gadget? Because
It's the computer basically.
because you're from the business side, you don't get
Yeah,
involved
I'm
in
from
the
the
kitchen
business.
side.
Yeah, it's the computer basically. Yeah, but that's the. I think that's the main gadget, and that's the future for any kitchen. And any kitchen to be successful, you have to be updated with technology.
Totally.
And like for example, we are also starting our own delivery. We have our WhatsApp in place right now, our number WhatsApp in place, and we are also starting dot pay. We
Hmm.
are going with dot pay for our delivery system, and we are getting our own delivery system ready. In another 15 days we'll be
Hmm.
getting it ready. 15 to 20 days, that's our if God wills, definitely we'll be in place
Right.
in 15 to 20 days.
Awesome. So yeah, I think this brings us to the end of the session, and it was really really nice talking to you, Rahul. And some really valuable and some very interesting insights we have been able to get from you, and also got to know a lot about the background of Burger Senior and what goes behind the magic that you create, because it's always interesting to see the backside of the story. While as a consumer, we always know that, okay, this is what the brand does, this is what you can expect from the brand and the burger. But it's interesting to always know the hard work and all the magic that's created by the team. Thank you so much for your time, Naufal. It was lovely talking to you, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much, and it is amazing talking to you guys as well. And thank you for interviewing me, and I had fun talking to you guys.